I'll tell you a situation that happened to us. We had some people, we could not man all the jobs that we had on our tree side of the house. So they brought some people in from out of state. And we put them through our union. All right? A major storm hit down south, one of the many hurricanes. And one of those gentlemen that we brought in from out of state had broken his arm. And you ask what the difference is between a union company and a non-union company. That company was up here, and they came through our hall because our customer requested that. Because that gentleman had a broken arm, they left him in the hotel while everybody else went to the hurricane. This gentleman could barely speak English. And the only number he had was my business card. And here now he's standing outside a hotel. His family's from down south. And he has no way to get home because his company left him for the opportunity to make a profit. We went, picked him up, brought him to the union hall, and I bought him a bus ticket out of my pocket to send him back to his family.
Could have took the jet.
That's the difference. Yeah, I could let him use my jet. It was tied up that day. But thanks to, and you know what that guy told me? Is I will never forget, as long as I live, what you guys have done for me. It's about paying for a service. And to this day, I will guarantee you, he has probably never forgotten what a labor union did for him. I'll turn it over to Mike. I want to thank you all for coming.
Somebody must have rung the recess bell. I didn't share with you that about 4 weeks ago I had the privilege of speaking to a group of Teamsters in Teamster Hall. And they were about similarly welcoming as you have been tonight. And but one fellow asked me a question toward the end, trying to make me. He stood up and he says, "Hey, what if we came to your shop and tried to organize you?" And I simply said, well, first of all, because of our Constitution, you have every right to do that, okay? And secondly, if you were successful, I would simply ask myself one question.
You fire everybody.
Why did I need to do that? Why did the people need to do that? Because I look introspectively as why they needed it, not try to blame somebody else. As I have repeatedly said, I defend your right to join the union as much as I defend your right to not join a union. My passion began on this a long time ago when I started ascertaining the effect of having this kind of burden on businesses. And again, there's two sides that sign those kind of contracts. Management is complicit in the process.
You're misrepresenting that.
It does not have a lot to do with affording workers the ability to influence their behavior and actions of their membership and their leaders. That's precisely what Right to Work does. It provides free market influence into the behavior and choices that union leaders make. I don't care what collar you wear. If it's white collar, blue collar, green collar, yellow collar, I don't care what color the collar you wear. I only care about one thing, doing everything possible to eliminate objections and obstacles for job opportunity growth in Michigan. Some people say, some people imply, that making Michigan a right-to-work state may be too divisive. I don't know what's more divisive than watching our kids and our grandkids flock out of the state. I don't know what's more divisive than that. If my customers chose to not buy their equipment from me, I would not rely on government monopolistic regulations to fix that problem. I would ask, what did I do wrong to cause them to not continue to buy from me? And so I ask you the same. This unfounded, unwarranted fear that all of a sudden, when Michigan eliminates the obstacle to being a labor freedom, workers' choice, right to work state, that all of a sudden union membership goes to zero. It will only go to zero if members choose to do so. And if the data, as Kevin suggests, is so compelling that the workplace is more safe, although I could provide for you data to suggest that's not the case, there's virtually no difference. But I don't care what the rubric is. If the data is so compelling that it's worth and valuable to belong to a union, then why in heaven's name would anybody continue or not pay? Continue not to belong to the union. I don't understand what the unfounded and unwarranted fears are, other than this. People who oppose right to work, in my mind, are ultimately fearful of three things: accountability, transparency, and ultimately they're fearful of the judgment of their own members.
Are you kidding?
Thank you very much for allowing me to speak tonight. Thank you, Mike. Thanks to all your folks that stayed. I'd like to come to the whole here for a few minutes afterwards. Thanks for coming out tonight, and sorry we couldn't answer all your questions. Thanks again.
Thank you very much. You're done with this stuff, aren't you, Bill?
Oh, yes, I am, sir.